seconds. Then it stops flying.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, oh, this would take a few years. and then we see Bucky, his good old pal, his good old friend, his like an older brother in a way, even though it's not actually his brother. But he looks at he says to his good old friend Steve Rogers. That's his name, by the way. Captain America. He's not Captain America yet.
Okay.
He's Steve Rogers, and he says, "Wasn't that funny, Steve?" And Steve's gone. Steve's nowhere to be seen.
What? What is Steve doing?
Steve is applying for the army. He wants to be in the army.
They were here to see flying cars.
Well, who cares if World War II is going on, right? You gotta get rid of that war to make flying cars important. So, this is what he does. You see, he goes to this place to apply for the army, and the army's like, alright, well, we'll see what we can do. And then he sees a sign that's like, falsifying your information will get you killed, or something like that. And so he's like, oh shoot, I'm duped. They noticed I'm lying about where I'm from, because he's already been rejected. He's already been told that he's too scrawny, he's too little, he's got asthma, he's got everything. He sucks. He can't be in the army. He's too. He'll die. He'll die out there.
Boy.
They don't want to put him out there. They think he'll die, so they don't do it. They don't let him. But then he goes to this place, and he's talking to his friend Bucky, and Bucky's like, "You can't. You got nothing. They don't want you out there. You'll die." And he's like, "I want to lay my life down. Why am I any better than the other men who are laying down their lives, right?" And he even like stands in front of the mirror and sees the soldier himself, but he's too small to fit in the image of the soldier. So what does he do? He meets his friend, Mr. German Science Boy, and he's like, "Hey, I'm giving you a shot. You know what? I'm giving you a shot because I think you got what it takes. You got the heart. You got the what it takes to be a soldier." And he's like, "All right, put me in. He's like, "Okay, this is your shot." And so they take him. They put him in the army.
They're crazy.
Tommy Lee Jones, you know this guy? Tommy Lee Jones. He's a guy. He's like an older guy. He's like he's the general in this, and he's what is this? Who is this? What is this? Who is this guy?
There's
a little boy. You put a little boy in my army, and I don't want that. I don't like it. I don't want little boys. I want big strong men. Big strong manly men in my army. So, but Agent Carter, she's this girl who's like training the soldiers.
Big strong man.
No, she's not a big strong man at all. But you know what? Tommy Lee Jones is like, all right, you're cool. Okay. Agent Carter's cool. She's this like right hand girl, I should say, right hand woman. And she's like, I see that heart that Mr. Science Man sees. Mr. German Science Man sees that heart. I see it too. I see that this guy Steve, he's got a big heart. Tommy Lee Jones throws a grenade. It's a dummy grenade, but he throws a grenade, and Steve is like, I got it! He gets down, he's like, get away! And he's like, is this a test? And he's like, no. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember the grenade.
Yeah, Steve lays down his life, and Tommy Lee Jones, he's still a scrawny boy. It doesn't matter. He's still scrawny.
Tommy Lee Jones, everybody really thought he was trying to blow them up.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
It's real. It's crazy. Mr. Science Fan's like, that's right. That's my boy. He's gonna be a strict, big, strong man one day. And you know what? That day is today.
Whoa.
we go to so first of all, Mr. Science Man gives him the speech of like, remember who you are, remember what you came from. He's like, okay.
Can you say that again, Germanly?
He's German. What? Say it Germanly
again, more Germanly.
9.
Wow.
So he's like, okay, we got it. We're taking him in. And by the way, Mr. Science German Man, he used to work for the Nazis, but the Nazis were like, nah. And so he got kicked out. Well, actually, it was more him saying, nah.
9.
He died, exactly. So he left, and now he's gonna turn Mr. Little Skinny Steve Rogers into a big old strong man. And so he does. They go to this thing, they stab him with a bunch of needles, they say it's gonna hurt, and he's like, okay. And so he takes the needles, it hurts, and then they have to pump him with a bunch of electricity, and they do, and he's like, this hurts. But then they're like, we gotta stop it, it's going wrong. And he's like, no, I got it, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna be fine. they're like, all right, let's keep going. Let's do it. So they do. The lights go out because all the electricity's spewing everywhere. There's no power anymore. And he comes out. He's big old muscle boy now. He's big old muscles. You can see it almost looks like plastic, and you think like, well, they like did bad CGI. No, that's the real Mr. Steve Rogers. And so he's got big muscles now, and you see Edmund Carter. She's like, "Ooh, he's got big, strong muscles now." And then the Nazis attack. The Nazis start shooting. They blow up a bomb in there. There was a German spy in there who they didn't know. They should have known because he was like this scary man who, for some reason, everyone's like, he's cool, even though none of them have met him before.
He waited for them to finish.
He waited for them to finish. He wanted to make sure it was the real deal. So he steals the serum, and he's running off with it. Shoots Mr. Science, a German man, and is like, "You suck." He says that. It's like, "You're the worst. I'm shooting you."
Oh wow!
And he's dead. But first, he looks at Steve. I don't even think he says anything. I think he just looks at Steve. It's not like Iron Man where the guy's like, "Don't waste your life." This one's just like, because he already got his speech. So he dies. Steve is like, I gotta go avenge my buddy. My big old science. He had my back, I got his back. I'm gonna go take out this German spy. And he does. He runs a lot and doesn't realize he can run really fast. So he crashes and runs into a building, and he's like, sorry. He's still got that heart, right? He's still like, I'm so sorry. He's like, very kind, all that. He chases his man. He found the German spy takes a boy, and the boy is like, no, don't take me. And he does. He takes him, and he's got a gun, and he's like, don't come close, so I shoot the kid. And he's like, whoa. And then he throws the kid in the water, and then he runs to the kid to make sure the kid's okay, and the kid's like, it's okay, I can swim. And he can. So he swims away, and then Steve Rogers keeps going. He runs. And then the German spy, he got in a submarine.
No.
He had a submarine. He had a submarine the whole time. It was just in his pocket, I think. I don't know where it came from. It was just there. So it just shows up, he gets in it, starts diving, but Mr. Steve Rogers, he's a big old man now. He can do whatever he wants. He can do anything. So he dives down, he punches the window of the submarine with a fist, with just his fist.
Fist of gold.
Got nothing else but his fist. He just punches it, and it breaks open. He takes the German man, he puts him on the thing, and he's like, "Who you working for?" And he's like, "We are Hydra." We are Hydra, and we will become more than one. Something like that. It's like not one but two. Head. You know what I'm saying? You kill one head, you get two more that come in place of the first one. It's the Hydra mantra. That's what they say.
Mantra.
So they get him. They keep. What was I? Okay, then what happens next?
The Tesseract.
Oh yeah. So then he comes back. And he's like, he killed him. Oh right, the German spy squeezed a thing in his mouth. It's like cyanide pill, and it breaks, and then he's dead. He's a dead old man. He's a dead old German spy. And then Steve goes back to his friends, and he's like, he's dead. He's gone. Okay, they're like, man. And then he's like, well, what do we do now? He's like, Tommy Lee Jones is like, I didn't want no skinny man, but I don't want the big man either, apparently. He's like, you get out of here. I don't want one German. No, I'm not German. I don't want one strong man. I need an army of strong men. But he can't do it again, so I guess this is it. So he's like, get out of here, Steve. And Steve's like, man. And then he finds this like senator guy who's like, I know what you can do. You can go sell bonds. So he goes and he dresses up as this new guy. His name's Captain America. And he makes movies and he does things, but it's all to sell bonds, which help the war, make bullets and stuff. And so he sells bonds. He does. And we learned that he punches Adolf Hitler a bunch to show off that why you should buy bonds. Wow. So they see that this guy can punch Hitler, and they're like, he's the real deal. He'll win us the war. So they do that. They sell a bunch of bonds, and he's like, I could be doing more. And you see him drawing a little doodle. You draw a little dude. Well, first he's like he goes to sell bonds to the apparently the soldiers are gonna buy bonds. I don't know why are they gonna buy bonds, or is it just like an encouragement thing? And like
it's like more.
ooh, we got it. Well, anyways, it's a show for the soldiers, and they're like, "You suck," and then he's like, "Man, I do suck." And then you see him drawing a picture of a monkey, and he's like, "I am monkey. I'm that monkey. That's me. It looks like me because I'm the monkey." And he's like, then you see Agent Carter. Remember her? She's the one who liked the skinny man. She liked skinny Steve. Now he's big old Steve, and she still kind of likes him, even though he's not skinny anymore. But now he's strong. He looks cool. He looks much better. And then, by the way, in all this, Bucky's gone as well. But this is not that important. But Bucky went to war. we don't know this. But anyway, it comes back that they lost a bunch of soldiers. We see Tommy Lee Jones be like, "Ah, man, we got people dead." And he's like, "Shoot, what about Bucky? What about Bucky? Where's Bucky at?" And he's like, "I think he's dead." He's like, "Shoot. Well, what am I gonna do?" And he goes and they get away from Tommy Lee Jones because Tommy Lee Jones is like, "You got nothing. You can't do it. What do we want you for? Nothing." So he's like, so he goes to Agent Carter. He's like, I can do it. I got him. I'll go find Bucky and other people too, because they're also with Bucky. And so they do. They go and it's just Cap. It's just old Captain America. He's not just the stage actor Captain America now. He's the real Captain America now. He's going to war. He's gonna go fight. And he's gonna go beat the Nazis all by himself, and he does.
Wow.
He does the whole thing. No, he doesn't win the war. He just wins this one little thing. He goes and he finds his friend Bucky, who's been captured. But first he finds a bunch of other guys, and then he's like, "Oh man, I was looking for Bucky, but I guess I'll let you out too." So he does. He lets out all these American guys, and he says, "Hey, let's go." And there's one joke in there that I like where the one guy's like, "What, are we letting everybody?" And then the Asian guy's like, "I'm from Fresno." It's really funny.
Okay.
And so he lets them out. And then they all fight the Nazis, and then they win. They beat the Nazis. Actually, it's not just Nazis, it's Hydra. By the way, there's this guy named Red Skull. He's been trying to make weapons for the Nazis, and he's got a red face. We just learned this in this part of the thing when we see Bucky and Captain America fight the Red Skull man. And anyways, we see his face, and we're like, "Ooh, he's a bad guy because he's red." And he's because he's a Nazi, probably. I guess you'd also think that. But then we beat the Nazis, get them all out. We don't know, actually. We don't know that they escaped because we're about to... Captain America's about to fight Red Skull, but Red Skull gets away, and then he jumps over a fire pit, and then they cut, and it's like, it's Tommy Lee Jones writing his letter of condolence, and he's like, Captain America's dead. He's dead. Gone. We don't know where he is. We gotta assume he's dead. And then what do you know? He's like, Agent Carter, this is your fault, and she's like, no, it's not. And so then you see Tommy Lee Jones like, what's going on? And then there's a bunch of soldiers rushing to the side of the camp, and then they see Captain America is still alive. He's walking in. All the soldiers, Bucky right there too, his good old friend Bucky, and they all come in and they're like, we got it, we did it, we saved the day. Here's and Cap has a good line where he's like, I'd like to spit myself for disciplinary actions. And Tommy Lee Jones is like, nah, dude, you got it. It's cool. And then they keep going. And then Captain America is like, hey, friends, let's go do it again. So they do it a bunch more. Like 8 more times in a bunch of different facilities. But this is just a montage where we see, we got it. We killed all the Nazis and destroyed all the weapons. And then they do it like a bunch in a row. And then you see this guy, Red Skull, who I should have introduced earlier, but let's bring him back again. He's just like, you are failing! You are losing! That's what he says. He's like, you guys suck! He's like, there's one guy who's like, we fought him. We fought to the last man. And he's like, no, you, evident. What does he say? Evidently not. And then he shoots him because there's There's one guy left, so obviously they didn't fight to the last man. And so, there's one more job. Oh, actually, this is not the one more job. This is before the one more job where they gotta go to heist a train. They're gonna do a train heist, and so they're Cap and his buddies, including Bucky. Bucky's also there. They go on a train. And they get the stuff off the train. They're gonna steal all the weapons so that the Nazis can't shoot them no more. And they do. And it's all cool. It's all great. It's all wonderful. Until Bucky. He falls. He just trips. He just fell. There's just everything's going fine, but he just falls right off the train. And then he's dead. We assume he's dead. Completely dead. They never see him again.
Off a train dead is how dead he is.
Yeah. Into the ice, into the snow.
Into the canyon.
Crazy. We don't know. He's gone. Nothing more from Bucky ever. And then Cap comes home and he's like, I suck. It's my fault. I saved him and now he's dead again. That sucks. So he's crying. He's sad. He's drinking, but he can't get drunk because he's a super soldier now. He can't get drunk. Can't do that. And meanwhile, we see Tommy Lee Jones, who's got a German scientist, not Red Skull, but another guy that was working for Red Skull, and he's like, "So what are we gonna do about this?" So he puts a steak in front of him. He's like, "You want a steak?" And he's like, "I don't eat steak." And he's like, "Well, it's mine then." then from that he learns they're gonna blow up the whole world. They're gonna blow up everything. Red Skull is just gonna shoot everybody. So he tells Cap, and Cap's like, "Oh, we gotta figure something out. We gotta figure stuff out." They're in like a big room, and they're like, "What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? There's gonna blow up the whole world. How do we solve this?" And Cap's like, "We're going through the front door. We're just gonna march right in there and destroy everything." And so he does. Captain America charges in to the front door on a motorcycle, and he's like, I guess I lost, because he walks in and these big guys with fire shooting guns.
Flamethrowers.
Fire shooting. They're shooting fire at him. And they do. And then he's like, I lost. I guess that's it. I can't, because people don't know this. Cap's one weakness, he's flammable. He'll die if he gets caught on fire.
Is he bullet resistant?
I don't know. I've never seen him get hit by a bullet. Is he? I don't think so. Maybe. Anyways. It's the one he doesn't like, though. He doesn't like getting caught on fire. The bullet, he can
Understandable.
take it. But okay, so they go in. They think it's all over, but nah, it's not all over because I don't actually remember what happens here. Like this whole team goes in. I don't know. The team gets in. He's not alone. His whole team's here as well. And they start shooting everybody. Start shooting the Nazis, the Hydra. Oh, by the way, Hydra, they're like, we're not Nazis, we're Hydra. We just our own thing. We got it ourselves. We're gonna blow up the whole world. Not even the Nazis want to do that. That's literally their plan, isn't it? They just want to blow it up. Yeah, they do. They want to nuke everything. It's close. Yeah, they do. They're gonna nuke all the major cities. Whatever. That's their plan. Anyway, they got nukes for every major city. They got one that says Chicago. They got one that says New York. Every American city, really. I think there's one that says like London. Anyways, they're gonna blow up the whole world. But Cap and his team are shooting everybody. They're not gonna let this plane take off to blow up the world. So they got it. They're gonna beat them. So they beat all the soldiers. All the soldiers are dead. But Red Skull, he's still going. He's still flying the plane.
He never stops.
He never stops. He's got it. He doesn't even have a mask on anymore. He's just Red Skull.
Oh,
He's
he
just
had
got
a mask.
He had a mask. Yeah, I should have said. The whole time he had a mask.
So when they saw him and saw his red skull,
he ripped off his mask.
He didn't actually have a mask. He didn't have a red skull.
Well, he had one, and then he ripped it. And then somewhere later he put it back on. But now he doesn't want to wear it anymore because he's Red Skull. And they all know it. And so Red Skull, he's going hard. He's flying this plane. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. He's just going to fly the plane by himself. You got a couple soldiers on there, but it's mostly just Red Skull. And Captain America's like, I'm going to chase the plane by foot. I'm just going to run. And we do know, we've seen this whole movie, Cap's real good at running. Real good at running. That's an important thing. It might come back later in this movie. Winter Soldier. We're gonna see. He's a very good runner, but he's running. Can't catch the plane. He's not that good. He's pretty good. Can't run to catch a plane though, so he doesn't. But then Tommy Lee Jones is like, I got this. He driving a Nazi car with flames coming out. And I know that's scary.
Whoa.
It's scary because Captain America don't like the flames, but these flames make you go fast.
Whoa.
So these flames are okay. So these flames shoot out the back of the car, making them go real fast. Real fast, they can catch up to the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And Red Skull's just like, this is like 9. He's like, no, I don't want this. No. I don't want Captain America on my plane. So he goes faster to get out of there. But Tommy Lee Jones is like, no, we got this. We're gonna get on that plane. So right before he's about to jump on the plane, he's Peggy Carter. Oh, I didn't even say her first name is Peggy. Agent Carter. Let's just say Agent. Let's pretend I never said Peggy. But Agent Carter's like, what does he say? Kiss me. She says, and so they kiss, and
She's there?
She's there. She's on. Oh yeah, she's on the car with Tommy
She's
Lee
on
Jones.
the car, okay.
In the car, on the car, they're driving. He's driving. Tommy Lee Jones is driving. Peggy's there.
Now she's making out with
Not
Tommy
Peggy.
Jones.
Carter. No, not Tommy Lee Jones. Captain America.
Oh.
Agent Carter kiss. And then he's like, that was nice. And Tommy Lee Jones is like, okay, don't kiss me. Don't do it. I'm not gonna kiss you. This is what he says. And then Captain America jumps on the plane, and then Tommy Lee Jones does this sick move where he just stops the car, and they're like almost spin out, and stops right before they're about to fall off a cliff, and then they don't fall off the cliff because he stopped the car in time. But it's like really scary though. He's hanging off, and they're still like, Steve. They're like real close to falling. We're like, don't go so close to the cliff. Anyways, Steve's flying. Or he's not flying. He's on the plane. That's fine. Red Skull's piloting, and he gets on. He sees the bombs. He sees the bombs that they're gonna blow up the world with. The whole world. There's cities. There's like 8 of them, I think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all around him, and he just sees big old bombs with labels on them that say London. I don't know. That's all I remember. New York was one. Chicago, I think, was one. They're all gonna. That's scary. They're gonna blow up all of the cities. And Captain America's like, I ain't into that. I don't want it. And he sees one that's about to go. He sees one bomb that's about to take off. By the way, these bombs, real cool bombs. You know why? They're planes. They're plane bombs.
Wow.
The whole bomb is made of a plane. Made of a plane? It's a plane's made of a bomb. It's a bomb plane. It's cool. It's a cool plane. So he sees one about to take off. I think it was the New York one because they were real close to New York. So it takes off, and he's like, "Uh-oh!" He jumps on it, and he's on top of that plane trying to stop it. There's another guy that jumped on it with him. He punches the guy trying to get him off. Kicks him, and he lands in the blades of the plane and literally just turns to dust of blood. Blood dust everywhere. He's all bloody now. Blood everywhere. And he's gonna crash. He doesn't want this bomb to hit the ground. It's gonna blow up. It's a nuke. It's gonna blow up the whole world. So he punches the window, I think, and gets the other guy out that's flying the bomb plane. And he throws him out. He jumps in the plane himself. He's like, I'm going to fly this right back into the big old plane where Red Skull is. And you think I'd be a little scared at this point that I'm going to blow up everything. Because it's a nuke he's flying. So he gets in, just kind of crashes it good. And at this point, I'm like, wow, Captain America's pretty good at flying a plane, right? He's pretty good at flying a plane. He was able to put it back into the thing. But he's definitely not good at flying planes. We're going to see much sooner. Very soon. And, okay, so he gets back on the plane, and he kills a couple more guys, I think, and he's like, get out of here. Get off the plane. We don't want you. And then he gets on, And he's like, I gotta find Red Skull because he's gonna crash his plane. He's not gonna crash the plane. He's gonna send the bombs out. Anyways, he's gotta go beat Red Skull. He finds Red Skull. He's in the cockpit. They're punching each other. They're going at it. They're like, Red Skull has some lines like, "Oh, I will defeat you." And I don't remember his motivations really. He's a little cuckoo. He's a little cuckoo in the head. By the way, reason he's Red Skull, he's got the big boy juice too. He's got the big boy juice in him. But this big boy juice, Mr. Science Lab man, this juice was not ready, so it made him all scary and red. So he's like, you are stupid. I am the man. I don't remember his motivations at all, to be honest, what he says in this part. But he's like, I'm going to win! And the Captain America's like, I was about to do a German voice, but that's not right. He's like, no, you're not. And he doesn't.
Wow.
Red Skull. They're fighting over the. Did I even mention the big old cube they got?
No, does Captain America even have a shield?
Oh, he does. He does. You're right. So they each got their own cool thing, right? Red Skull's got this little cube thing that powers all their guns and stuff, and Captain America's got this cool shield thing that can block anything.
It's like a shield.
Blocking their guns, blocking everything. It's a cool shield made of vibranium. We'll get to what that is.
What?
A long time from now. So he's like, does he have his shield? Yeah, he has his shield. So they're fighting. He's punching. He's got a shield. They're shooting. I don't think Captain America ever shoots, but Red Skull definitely shoots at our friend Captain America. He shoots at him. And he's like, oh no, the cube. And he grabs the cube, and it hurts. It doesn't hurt. It could hurt if you grab it wrong. It's really hot, and so the hotness of the cube sends him to space. Wow. This cube is like, you shouldn't be here. So it said the big old portal that opens up, gets sucked into space. Red Skull is dead. We got it. We're okay. Captain America has saved the day, but wait, it's not over. Because we gotta get rid of this plane. This plane is flying still. And we know that Captain America's pretty good at flying planes, right? Because he flew that plane before. No, he's not. No, he ain't good at flying planes. Because he's like, there's nothing I can do. So he's on the radio with good old Agent Carter. She's like, and by the way, they're kind of like each other. That you can probably tell from the kiss. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of other stuff where they're like, we should go dancing. And then he's like, yeah, we should. So now he's got one more call with Agent Carter. She's like, what are you going to do, Cap? Steve. She calls him Steve because that's his name. That's his skinny boy name. That's how she knows him. Skinny boy Steve. And he's... he's like, oh, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't fly a plane even though I just did. This is a big plane. We'll give him it. It's a big old plane. It's a big plane that I don't think I could fly. Maybe I could fly a bomb. I can't fly a plane. And it makes sense. Sure. Why not? So he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to... I think what we're supposed to get is that we don't think he can... He doesn't want to risk landing a plane that's full of bombs because it might blow up America. But I guess it doesn't blow up when he just crashes it because he's fine. I know, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. But he's like, I'm gonna crash it and we're all gonna be okay. And they're like, but no, you won't be okay. He's like, it's okay because you will be okay. And they're like, no. and so he's about to crash it. And he says this real cute stuff to Agent Carter. Well, you know what? This is what we'll say. Her name was Peggy. Yeah. And she is like, oh, Steve, no. And he's like, I'm gonna Earlier, she asked him. They said something about dancing, and now Steve says, "Hey, Peggy, I'm gonna be late for our dance." Or no, what did he say? He says no. When are we gonna go dancing next week or something like that? And she's like, "Yeah, 8 o'clock. Don't be late." And he's like, "Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at dancing." And she's like, "I'll teach you. It's okay." And he's like, "Okay, I'll be try not to step on your." And then we had no idea what he was gonna say next. What is he gonna say? Step on your face? I don't know. But it's real sad. It's real sad. Steve has crashed. She's sad. Everybody's sad because Steve is dead. We'll just say he's dead. We don't know. He crashed a plane. He's probably dead. And so they go. We go. We don't. We leave Steve. Steve has saved the day. All of America is safe from the bombs. The war is over. This apparently did it. This is apparently what did it. Because the next thing we see is everybody happy because the war is over. And Tommy Lee Jones is sad. Peggy's sad. All the soldiers are sad because Captain America is gone. And Howard Stark. Oh, I don't think of. Oh yeah, he's the guy who made the cars float. Yeah. He's also been helping out through all this. Anyway, he made his shield. That's cool. He's like, I'm gonna find my friend. I'm gonna find big old Steve, and he can't. He does not find Steve, but he finds the cube. The cube fell in the water. He found the cube. That's important. Found the cube.
No?
What?
Is it actually him?
Howard Stark?
Yeah.
Yes.
How did Marvel get it?
How'd the Marvel get it? No, well, yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. It happens. Anyway. Oh, it's sad. Everything's sad. But the war's over. It's okay. And now we cut. We see Captain America. What? Why is Captain America? He's laying in a bed. He's laying in a bed. And there's a radio playing. And it's a baseball game. And we're like, oh, Captain America's okay. That's great. He's in a hospital. What it looks like. It looks like a hospital. He's okay. And this lady comes in and is like, oh, Captain America. We got you. You're in New York. It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. And he's like, what? That's not true. That baseball game is from it already happened. I was there. And she's like, Code 13! We got Code 13! And he books it. He's running. He's gone. He's got to get out of there. Because he thinks, well, that's what I would think, because this is evil. This is evil lady trying to tell him he's in a New York hospital. He's clearly not. That didn't that baseball game already happened. They're lying to him. Don't know why they would not think to pick a baseball game that happened after the war, but whatever. Makes fine. But he's getting out. He comes out. He's in the streets of New York, but it's not his New York. To quote a famous movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, not my New York. And he looks at